Hi, welcome to RCPylon.TV. I'm Don Seagal, and this video is about an airplane by the World Models called the Voodoo EP. The Voodoo EP is a refinement of an earlier plane they had called the P-51 Mustang EP. I actually sell the P-51 Mustang EPs on Amazon. If you're an Amazon user, just search for Seagal Hobbies and you'll find a yellow and a military version. They're nice airplanes, but this one's even nicer. For one thing, it has a D-tube on the leading edge of the wing, which makes the wing stronger. It also has a battery hatch. And the biggest thing it has is retracts. I haven't finished putting this plane together because I'm not sure that my field is smooth enough for the retracts. But my old faithful yellow P-51 Mustang EP has some work that needs to be done to it, and I had planned to race these this fall, but the weather hasn't been cooperating. In 2017, the field's been flooded so many times that it's got a lot of mud holes still on it. And so I'm probably not going to get to do any racing this year, but I want to get the plane finished because even if I can't fly it at my field, I can fly it at the Charlotte Aero Modelers. I've snapped the plane together and I'm going to take it apart to show the pieces. But my major goal is to get the stabilizer and the fin glued in place because everything else, either CAs or screws in place, and assembly will be easy. And I like to use a long curing epoxy so that I have plenty of time to get my alignment right. And that's what I'm going to look at now. The stabilizer and the fin seem to be lined up pretty good. So I'm going to take it apart and let you see the pieces. The control surfaces on this kit use CA hinges. It would be very easy to recover the plane, strip it, recover it in your favorite color scheme of something like color tile or Strega, or Dago Red would be a little bit more difficult. It has a belly pan that screws on and it conceals the wing bolts, which I haven't actually even cut out yet. And you can see that the retract servo is in place. And I just have the cowl taped on. And this has the motor mount that has the firewall where the motor mounts directly to the firewall. And the canopy just screws on and it covers the normal space taken by a P-51 canopy. I will be producing these canopies for the existing P-51s as clear canopies, and so if you want to decorate one of these, you don't have to do a lot of sanding of the purple. I like the purple, my wife likes purple, so I'm going with purple. And it's a closer view of the hatch. You can see that the battery goes in nice and easily, and there's plenty of room below the battery hatch for the battery. I'm going to demonstrate the retracts. I've hooked up the retracts to a servo tester and a battery so you can see that they're very fast and they're pretty strong, but they have pretty small wheels on them. I normally use bigger wheels on these P-51s on my field. But on a paved field or a short grass field, these should be fine. They're actually tight. I'm going to have to make sure I loosen up the wheel collars on those before I finish up the airplane. I'm hoping these will hold up to my field because having them tucked in like this is really nice. So the first thing I need to do is mount the wing to the fuselage. Now that I've got the wing mounted, I'm going to slide the stabilizer in. And it does slot in because one of the improvements they've made is it now comes with a plastic joiner for the elevator halves. And if you look closely and I zoom in properly, you can see there's actually a place for this. And then there's a little piece that glues in after you put it in, so it lets you slide the stabilizer in forward while you're gluing it, which is better anyway. Okay, I'm mixing up my West 105 206, which is a laminating epoxy, and it's not very thick. If you're using a gel type epoxy or something that's thicker, that would be fine. But in this case, I'm going to add some Cabosil to thicken the mixture. And make it gap filling and non-sagging. See, it's non-sagging now. You can buy epoxy fillers from Amazon by searching on Stegall Hobbies, and you will find Cabosil, microfibers, cotton flock, micro balloons, and a whole variety of other types of fillers. Fillers really make epoxy much nicer to work with. Epoxy can be a pain, and a lot of people probably don't build because they don't feel comfortable with epoxy. But once you get used to epoxy, you can do a whole lot more modeling wise than you would otherwise. And it's not hard. Epoxy cleans up with 91% alcohol. You can use 70%, but it won't clean up very well. Or you can use acetone. Some coverings are resistant to acetone. Teflon that this airplane is covered with happens to be one of the coverings that is resistant to acetone. I don't use any more acetone than I have to, but I'm going to wipe this down and get the excess off. Now that I have everything lined up, I'm going to put some tape in place and then recheck the alignment one more time. Having straight airplanes makes trimming much easier. It makes the airplanes faster. And be careful when you're securing it not to mess up your alignment. And I don't have my modeler square, so I'm going to have to eyeball this one. Well, that's close enough. And I'm cleaning off my hands with acetone, which I will wash my hands immediately afterwards. If you feel the need, use rubber gloves. Clean up your spatula and any other tools that you use with the epoxy, because once epoxy's hard, it's pretty much there to stay. So that's the conclusion of the new part 1 of the Voodoo Mustang EP. Next, I'll install the radio and the propulsion system. There may be 2 separate videos for that. And then I'll do a combined video, because I found that people like one-piece videos even if they're long. So thanks for watching. Hope you'll stay tuned to RCPylon.TV and DonStigall.com. And thanks for watching.